We do not forgive. We do not forget.
What's up guys, Deceiver here, back with another Wolcen video talking about patch notes 1.0.5, and we have some very interesting changes here today. One of the more sad changes that we have is they're taking out the ability to change unique items into legendary items for the moment being. However, they did say that they're not against the possibility of adding this system in the future, so that's good. Hopefully that'll come back, because unique items as they stand are not that great right now. So let's jump into some of the other fixes and changes they have. Character incorrect gold values in primordial affinity resulting from bug exploits restored to normal. That's good. It is now impossible to put, yeah, that's the change that we got that we actually didn't want, but I can understand that some of the legendaries crafted from the uniques is a little bit overpowered, so it's probably a good thing that they're taking that out for the moment. They're trying to make their game as hard as it was intended to be and not super easy mode like people have been playing it. So some other random bug fixes, just things that you guys might have experienced. I don't think any of these are too important. Remove the ability to unstack items from the trade window. Let's see, fix force shield network synchronization, and fix an issue with primordial essence. I don't think any of these are really worth talking about right now. Fix the bug preventing players from interacting with the personal stash directly after talking to the merchant. See, I've had this one quite a bit, so that's good to see. Let's move on to the more interesting changes. Active skills. So Juggernaut fixed an issue causing players to get stunned by their own Juggernaut. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's actually kind of funny. Let's see, the minor critical damage modifiers for spells have been reduced. The medium critical damage modifiers for spells have been reduced, so spells are not going to crit as hard. Sovereign Shout fixed an issue preventing players to apply weakness stacks. I didn't know that was an issue either. This one I did know was an issue. Winter's Grasp now doesn't gain cooldown reduction per level. Basically, at higher levels, Winter's Grasp is just insta-cast, and you could just cast it over and over and over and over and over, and there was basically no cooldown for it, and it didn't cost much willpower, so it was actually really pretty overpowered. Bulwark of Dawn Sacred Grounds now only ticks 2 times per second instead of 3. That's not too bad. Sacred Dawn is a really strong skill, and I don't think that's going to change things very much. Flight of Gavnir just fixed an issue. Let's see. The block chance from Standing Boulder is higher than expected. Yeah, okay. Here's the Bleeding Edge nerfs that everybody's looking forward to. Thank God for this, because I think Bleeding Edge was making the game able to be played in a way that it was not supposed to be played. It was making the game way too easy, and the game is not intended to be easy at all. So Unstoppable Momentum increased the damage reduction from 100 to 150, fixed the damage per level from 1 to 0, now also adds 10 seconds cooldown to the skill. Let's see, Despotic Perseverance. These are, I'm assuming these are the add-ons. Reduce the damage multiplier per ailment stack from 20 to 2. Wow, that's a big nerf, from 20% to 2%. Self-adjusting principle, reduce the projectile speed multiplier from 1.7 to 1.3. Actually, this doesn't seem that bad. I still think Bleeding Edge is going to be able to be used, and it's not going to be that bad at all. Summoning skills. So they buffed summoning skills quite a bit. So the damage curve for summons. The damage of the summons are greatly increased for the first 15 levels up to 100%. That's great. Increased summon damage during the first 40 levels by around 20%. That's awesome. Summon damage from level 40 to 90 are also increased from 20% to 200%. That's a huge buff. That's great. Health curve. Increase the health pool of the summons from 1 to 55. From 500% to 0%. Okay, that's interesting. Reduce the health pool of summons from level 55 to 90 from 0% to negative 75%. Why would they nerf the health? Maybe they just ended up having too much health. I'm not sure why. Summons AI. Summons should now move faster and stay ahead of their summoner when That's great. I've noticed that when I did try to make a necromancer build, my summons were always behind me, and I had to cast them again to get them to go in front of me and attack. So this is great. Summons now engage targets from further. That's also great. Melee summons attack shape has been improved. They now hit a larger area. Also awesome. Liver Mortis, the base health multiplier is reduced by 30%. I did notice Liver Mortis is very, very tanky. Bosses just could not kill it most of the time, so that seems fair. Feeding Swarm, the base health multiplier for the summons has been increased. Awesome. Base health multiplier for the summons has been increased for Hunting Swarm by 100% as well. That's great. Parasite, increase the base bonus damage to possessed monsters from 100 to 300%. Quite a big buff there. Possessed monsters now have a bonus of 50% attack and cast speed. Possessed monsters now have a bonus of 100% movement speed. Okay, awesome. On the Shoulders of Giants now increases the minion's health by 40% and damage by 33%. That's great. I'm going to try out Parasite. Now, I'm working on an assassin build, but I want to get it perfect before I actually post it on my channel. So I might actually put a pause on the assassin build and start on a necromancer build and see how that goes. Because I know a lot of people are going to want to see a necromancer build soon. So I'm going to try and get one working and hopefully post that for you guys, and we'll see how that turns out. Gates of Fate. This is another very important one. Armsmeister, Virtuoso, and Probing Weakness stances now give negative 25% to all resistance score instead of 0. That was an issue. It was way too good. It didn't have any downside, so they fixed that. Critical damage bonus has been reduced on many nodes from 20% to 15, 14 to 10, and 10 to 5%. So they nerfed the critical damage bonus so that people aren't hitting it harder than they actually should be. That's good. Feudal Endeavor now increases block efficiency from 14 to 20%. Merciless Lethality critical damage modifier is reduced from 100% to 60%. That's actually really sad to see. Yeah, that's unfortunate that they're nerfing Merciless Lethality. I can understand why, but I still think it's going to be worth taking, though. Let's see. Fix an issue causing toxic emanation passive node to stop working after teleporting. Fix an issue with Faith Leech. Passive node computation. Oh, Sinful Duck's going to be happy about that one. Faith Leech. Yeah, I think that's the one that gives you Force Shield instead of health when you lifesteal, so that's good. Let's see. Fix an issue causing the game to restore your Gates of Fate configuration after paying for a reset and quitting the game instantly. Okay, I didn't know that was an issue. Fix an issue with Primordial Insights, Academic Fieldwork, Captured Velocity, and Eagerness. So these should now work correctly. That's good. Primordial Insights, I believe, is the crit node for dots. So finally, dot builds should be popping up a little bit more. And I'll probably add that into my Necromancer build, actually. So fix a bonus computation issue when using the Virtuoso stance, yes. Fix an issue with Slipping Shadows. Fix a bug with which time cannot heal. I did not know that that was bugged. I thought it was working correctly. And fix the stat display issue with Salvatore Anchor. Okay. So monsters. Let's see. Noxious Swarm Wings have temporarily been replaced by other creatures. Okay, so they have hitbox issues, so they're trying to work on that. Wealth Omens now give 1 stack of gold per hit instead of 3. That's probably good. Let's see. And the other ones are just the story bosses having issues that they're fixing. Endgame, reduce the productivity multiplier from expeditions by 50%. That's actually that actually kind of sucks because I was getting my stuff done really quick, but yeah, that's fine. It's now impossible to increase the quality of an item where the quality is already maxed out. Okay, that makes sense. Reduce primordial affinity prices for Uber bosses. from 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 down to 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. That's way better, because that was a lot of money just to fight one boss, or a lot of primordial. So that's good. Fix some other various bugs with the expeditions. Remove the possibility to send stacks of items to endgame projects. Okay, that's good. Item fixes. Let's see. Fix a Genesis how. Okay, well, I'm gonna skip that one. Skip this. Fixed a bug with block efficiency, making it unable to roll on shields after level 90. That's good. Tier 1 to 12 modifiers now have critical damage values that are lower than they were, so they nerfed the critical damage on accessories. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Tier 1 to 12 modifiers for gems now have critical damage value for attacks and spells. Okay, so they reduced that as well. Global critical value of gems has also been reduced. Okay, so they're basically taking crit damage down quite a bit, which makes sense because that's how people were able to do the higher level of content. And let's see, audio issues, localization. Okay, that seems like those are the big updates for this day. I can see some other people are asking about things that they haven't fixed yet, but yeah, I believe this patch is live. I think I actually got the download for it. Yeah, it was 2.6 gigabytes, so I think this patch is live, so I'm gonna jump in and start working on some stuff. I think that's it for today, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and see you in the next one.